What's good, everybody, and welcome. I'm the Nappy Dreamer,
And I'm Kia Blaine,
and together we are the
the Melanin
Melanin
Mindset.
Mindset. So, if it is your first time viewing with us tonight, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Y'all, tonight is the night where we carry on our conversations that we've been having surrounding different black-esque or melanin-esque topics, okay? Because, of course, it
Mm-hmm.
is Black History Month, right?
It's
So,
it's our month.
period. Listen now, granted, every other day I am blackety black. Now, don't get it twisted. But this
Mm-hmm.
month in particular, we're taking full advantage of this opportunity. Tonight, we're going to be talking about black business challenges. Oh, wait,
Mm-hmm.
friend, I was going to tell you to do your thing, but I hadn't done my thing yet, so let me do my thing real quick. So, if you are not already subscribed and you are viewing us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Y'all, we are up to 80 subscribers. Stop it. 80. All right. We need 20 more subscribers so that we can change our URL from that crazy hodgepodge of numbers and letters
Mm-hmm.
to the Melanin Mindset, because that's
Yeah.
who we be, right? So if you are watching us on Facebook, go ahead and follow for us. You can also find us on Instagram, Melanin Mindset _, as well as Twitter, Melanin Mindset _. And y'all, we on TikTok, the Melanin Mindset. So if you're not already following us on our social media platforms, please take advantage of that right now and do so. Oh, to the viewers, also click that share real quick. Go ahead and hit that share and share this with somebody you care about. All right?
Especially with somebody who might be a black business owner.
Big facts. So,
Mm-hmm.
friend, go ahead and now you do your thing. Kick us off.
Okay, so you know how we kick off. We like to start off with the definition. So this one, okay, we all know what a business is, but of course we looked it up anyway. A person's regular occupation, profession, or trade. And the second definition was the practice of making one's living by engaging in commerce. And so we a lot of times as we're conversing and as we've done this show, we bring up about supporting black businesses and especially about embracing and growing the melanin community as a whole. And the biggest part about it is the financial aspect of supporting other black businesses. And it may seem like a minor thing, but in the US's of A's, money is an essential thing. Like we need it. Like
Right.
it seems like it's bad or you know you have this taboo thing of being greedy or whatever, but at the end of the day we need money in this country to live a decent lifestyle, right?
So true, so true. Let's go ahead and shout out these people that are viewing us. Looks like we got 2 comments coming in already. Let's go. I look for that one every single episode.
Every episode, let's
Every
go.
single one. And then we got a hi from Talia.
Hey
Hey,
Talia,
Talia.
how you doing?
Yes, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into this thing, okay? So tonight we do have a compilation of a few video clips that we've had submitted by different small black business owners, and we want to go ahead and give them a shout out. No, they didn't pay us. This is not sponsored. This is us showing love to the black community in the best way we know how using
Yeah.
our platform, okay?
Yes.
So tonight we're going to be spotlighting a few different companies throughout our episode. So stay tuned if you're looking for a quality black business to support.
So I kind of wanted to start this conversation off with talking about a community that we know has this whole sticking in their community thing down pat. And I watched a couple of videos and interviews where people were talking about this, about the Jewish community and how tight knit they are, and they make sure they use their people and they uplift their community. And it's like, why is that so hard for us to copy?
And when you say us, what do you mean?
Melanin people.
I was about to say, did you mean us as in me and
No, I
you?
meant us melanin people. That
Oh,
means y'all.
melanin people.
That's us and y'all too.
Got it. Message received. Message received.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Why
that's
is that hard? Should we let the
don't know.
viewers chime in? It's not hard for me.
Yeah. So like we and you guys know we look at your comments as we're talking. So go ahead and chime in on that. Like, do you find yourself, going for the most convenient or the most cheapest, or are you one of those people who seeks out and supports black businesses? So some of the things I learned from the Jewish community and how they operate as far as economics is, number one, they believe poverty is a sin. Now I said that's my words. I'm making it extreme, but
Poverty's not a thing.
like
They can't.
poverty
Mm-mm.
might happen, but it's not a place to stay. Just like in Christianity, we believe Jesus Christ saved us for our sins. So if you was a sinner, you can say, I confess my sins, and you could be born again. Same thing for them. The poverty, like, no, like, okay, if you had you about where you was broke, all right, get it together,
Yeah,
because this is not
snap
how
out
we
of it,
roll.
friend.
You have to work to make a living, and they have a firm value in, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah, and that's
Okay.
biblical.
And it's interesting because I like when we have, you guys know, when we have conversations, we talk about our community,
Right.
and especially this younger generation with the entitlement. I deserve, or why isn't the government doing XYZ? Why did they stop this? Why they're not giving us more?
Uncle
Like,
Joe send me another check.
that part. And I just feel like, as hard pressed as most of the melanin community was about what we were going to get for free, the Jewish community was not pressed about none of this. It was like, oh, are they giving it? Yeah, they're going to get it. But it wasn't like, we need it, because
Right.
of how they are raised with financial literacy from being young children.
Whole facts. It's true. Like you said, they weren't throwing the money away. They were gonna take it if it came, but they
Mm-hmm.
weren't hurt if it didn't. And it was mainly because, like you said, they have a stronger sense of community. And we're only using them, not saying that they're better than us as melanated people. We're just using it as a standardized example.
Yeah.
So with that, it's like you see that they move in units. You see that it's like my brother is doing this or providing this service. I bet you if they need a new roof done, they're gonna make sure it stays within their community to get their roof
Mm-hmm.
repaired. And
Yes.
so they're literally buying from their own. And it's not saying to necessarily exclude the others. It's to say make my community prosper, make my
Yes.
community stronger. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You just said something. There was
And
something
you
you
got to
just said.
realize, like, it came out of a need. Like, it came out of
Right. A
them being
necessity.
at a point where they couldn't buy property, or they were being stopped and discriminated against for just being. So, sound familiar? So now they've looked within their community, like, we don't need nobody to do anything for us, and we have enough talent within our community to create a sustainable lifestyle.
Right. They push each other to get educated as well. They
Yes.
definitely do. And that's not me saying you need to go to a 4 year university. Did you know there can be a guy working on the line? He can be out there working an electrical line and make more money than the dude who graduated with his master's.
Mm-hmm.
So he can be doing electrician work. Why? Because he went to school, he educated himself and got a trade. So
Yeah.
it's not me saying you got to go to a 4 year university, but as we continue to educate ourselves and share that wealth of knowledge
Mm-hmm.
with our community, we can start to see more prosperity coming out of our community as well. They
Absolutely.
also they give back. They support charities as well. I saw that you
Mm-hmm.
noted that on here, and
I did note that. Like,
yeah,
giving is an essential part of their belief system and charity, but also a strong part of their belief system is not to take advantage of charity unless you really need it. Like,
mm,
charity is the last resort, you
yes,
know? And it's just like, I do feel like a lot of melanated people, some that will see, like, oh, they giving away this, they giving away that, and no, you don't need it, but you the first sucker in line trying
not
to
a
get
sucker.
something that you don't need. Like, did you really have to
No.
go, to the pantry, even though your pantry was already full?
What about the way they share? They share. So here's the thing too. You noted, and I looked into that a little bit actually.
Mm-hmm.
Financial education. Because
Yes.
I look when I saw you put that comment down there, I was like, hold up, for real? And I
Mm-hmm.
looked into it. The financial education is a standard practice. So
Yes.
in other words, if I am married, I am going to educate my husband. If I have more financial knowledge than my husband for some reason or other, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to share that knowledge with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, when my children are born, my
Yeah.
children are going to grow up with that financial literacy or that understanding of the benefit or the necessity of balanced finance,
Yeah.
like financial stability. Like that's not, they don't hoard or gatekeep that knowledge. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like us as a community, we could definitely do better when it comes to that. Like
Yeah.
Girl, even with and I'm not trying to say that it was all right for all these people who was not doing it the right way, getting those PPPs and whatnot,
Girl.
but there was somebody or someone at some point who figured it out. They was like, wait, I've owned a business, I meet the criteria. Well, if I submit it, I can get approved. Well, instead of them helping their fellow business owner who's also being hit by the pandemic, they were like, oh no, I'll charge you $500 to help you out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll charge you $500 to help you fill out the same application I did for free. I'm going to charge you $500. And then we're not going to talk about the shady people. We're talking about legit businesses tonight. All right? So,
because we already know, we don't even have to acknowledge that. Like, yeah.
Look at this. It says their community builds together. That's a fact. We have definitely seen that, and even in just a little bit, I looked up for the Jewish community. I mean, that is what is that word I'm looking for? A fundamental thing. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Fundamental
like
in their community.
It's almost, it's just like it's taught. It's inbred at this point in their community for them to always, like, this is what happens. And I saw a little video clip of like a parent showing how they teach their kids financial literacy, and they had 4 different jars, and it's like when they get their money, they have to put into, and watch me mess this up, but I think it was savings, spending, investing, and giving.
Okay.
That was 4, right? And they weren't the same?
That was 4.
Okay, yes. So every time they get their money, they have to divvy their money up in such a manner. And then it's like you could take whatever's in the spending jar when it's full, and then you can, you use your investments and all that stuff. So it was, I can't remember exactly, but just that fundamental of taking that energy out. And these kids were like 8 and 12. They were like, yes. So it's like from birth, babe, you're gonna know how to work this money thing work.
That is a major key, because I'm gonna tell you, school systems should be teaching these kids about financial literacy, but they're not.
They're not.
That's something that you need to teach them at home. It's just something that's gonna have to come from home. We have to start preparing them just a little bit better at home. So yeah, that's
a lot of bit better.
A whole lot better, maybe.
A whole lot of bit better.
A ton better.
A whole ton of better.
Okay. So we're looking for you all to chime in and let us know. So what do you think is the dynamic comparison when you look at the melanated community versus the Jewish community? We shared some interesting facts about how they manage. So share with us, what are some things we could do better, right?
Yeah.
Some things we could do better. And we're as we talk about Black business challenges tonight.
And as you guys go ahead and start putting your answers into them, what are, friend, you find yourself doing certain things to help support Black businesses, like regularly?
I actually do on a regular basis. I do. As a matter of fact, this shirt that I'm wearing right now, y'all, this is not by me. This is hold on, should I show them? I gotta show the people. Hold on, let me show y'all. All right, so this shirt says Melanin. It's by a Black designer who got a contract with Forever 21, y'all. This girl got a whole contract with Forever 21, and they allow her to release out all of these. Go to Forever 21 and look her up. Just type Melanin when you search, and when you search, you're going to see all her stuff, y'all. These clothes are cute, okay? Now, if I were what I heard from some people who I polled with this afternoon about Black business challenges, the prices are a little higher. But it's so worth it because the quality is everything, and the shirt is super cute. I'm just saying, all the stuff is super cute.
But you know what, too? Like, back to us in comparison to the Jewish community, a lot of times their stuff be more expensive, too, but they don't blink twice about supporting each other.
Right, it's the quality. And I hope that I just had to give that disclaimer. I was like, and it's a really quality shirt, though. That's the thing. I spent the money, but it was a super quality shirt. Like, it was worth the investment, if that makes sense. Well, no, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. But yeah, it's definitely worth the investment. I like that one. I like that one. I'm gonna bring that up in a second. But yeah, no, I find myself trying to seek them out. And even today, so y'all, we had a different topic to talk about today, and we switched it on the fly, right? So when we switched it on the fly, I reached out to a couple of bomb businesses just to see if they would support and help us. What you don't realize, if you're watching and you submitted a video for our episode tonight, you're helping us, because it allows us to use our platform to support you, okay? So I try to find different outlets and avenues, and to support black businesses. Like, that's a big deal to me because I am a black business friend. Aren't you a black business?
I am a black business as well. Yes,
We
indeed.
are both black business owners. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to find whatever opportunity I can to support a black business. So that's a big one. Let's go back to this comment. I gotta bring that up. I gotta
Okay.
bring that up. Where did it go? So Stan, I am with you 1,000%, and I want to give you some applause. The prices aren't necessarily higher. It's just that some people are cheap. If you really look at the rate of increase, all right, shirts don't cost $5 no more. All
No,
right, that they just don't.
that day is
Okay,
over.
the
It is
blank
long gone.
the blank shirt costs $5. So if you want me to send you a pack of blank shirts, I got you, friend. But the shirt alone costs $5. So then you have to factor in the labor, the materials, the shipping, and all of that. Like, you really have to think when you're saying that a price is higher by comparison. Y'all, they are
Mm-hmm.
feeling. Girl, do you see that number up there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You see that number?
Yeah, yeah,
All right, so let me go ahead and do that thing we do real quick. Because
yeah. Okay.
if you're viewing us on YouTube, we need you to go ahead and subscribe. All right, we are on our road to 100 subscribers. If you're viewing us on Facebook, go ahead and follow. And no matter where you're viewing us at, oh yeah, and Twitter. I didn't even mention Twitter earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If you are those people that view us on Twitter, and we really have to always give them a big shout out, just because we don't really do much to advertise Twitter. So if you're viewing us on Twitter, you the realest. All right. So thank you so much for being there, and go ahead and hit share. Share this with someone you care about, and share it with a black business owner.
Amen.
Yes. So here's another comment. Go ahead, friend.
Yeah, I like this one, and I feel like we're gonna come back to this one because we're gonna talk about how what supporting black businesses look like. But
Mm.
yeah, sharing is a big deal. Like, just because you bought a t-shirt for me, or you came and got your hair done, or you let me clean your power wash your driveway, like, I need referrals. Like, a business thrives on numbers, so I need more people. I need, that's one thing. Like, and I mean, when I worked at Hair Cuttery, and we did a lot of Jewish people there. And when I tell you that community is so tight, they be like, "Oh, you need somebody to clean your car? I got somebody. My cousin, this, and that." And I mean, all the way down to, they will hook you up. Like, you don't have a boyfriend yet? My nephew Johnny. Like, they are like trying to keep it together. And if they do, I remember one of the managers, she was Jewish, and she had a very aggressive Jewish client. And she was like, "Are you still with that man?" And she was like, "All right, you let me know when you're ready for a good Jewish boy." Like, she was
Listen.
no chill about it.
To Lyric's point though, I think some in some way she's also saying a share of the material or content. Like, if somebody posts on their social media about something they have going on, just clicking that share button.
Yeah, just share in
Just
general. Let
click that
everybody else
share
know
button.
you know about me.
Maybe you do think my prices are just a little bit outside of your price range, which I'm not saying that can't be the case, because I'm not buying, what's that one, Balenciaga, nothing.
I'm so done.
I'm not. I'm sorry. That's outside of my
Hmm.
price range. I will not
Yeah.
have a Birkin bag. Not this year. Now y'all just
And
give me
that's
a
the
little bit of
thing too.
time.
Like,
It's like,
sometimes I feel like you're about to buy something, and it takes a half a second just to see if there's a black business or a black brand that you could support in that same thing. And I mean, you will be, there is a black business for almost everything, as far as I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But a lot of all businesses got poor customer service skills.
hi, mommy.
So, supporting it, what does it mean to support? Just like what does it look like supporting a black business to you, friend?
To me, supporting a black business looks like seeking out the restaurant that was started by a black family down the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or seeking out the young man who's been knocking on everyone's door on the block to cut their yard, and let him cut mine, and giving him the $20 or $30 that he's asking for. Or
Yeah.
it looks like going into the black owned markets or the Caribbean market down the road instead of going to Publix. And I'm not knocking Publix, y'all, because from what I've been told, they subs is pretty good. I'm not a huge Publix sub fan, but people rave about those subs and the cake. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying you can never go. I'm not saying you can never go to Publix, But like, let's just be real. There are some black-owned cake companies out there, and we are
Yes.
actually going to feature one in our outro today. So we
Yes,
got
we
a
are.
awesome
Yes, we
black-owned
are.
cake company that we're going to be featuring in our outro today. It looks like me going to the black-owned beauty supply to get my scalp oil. It looks like me, you know, sending my kids to the black music school. I know you see what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like me going to the black online business and buying my cute outfit for the weekend for me to go out. I feel like I miss and it looks like me sending my daughters to be enriched by the local foundation that's run
Mm-hmm.
by black individuals or African American melanated individuals. So that's what it
Yeah.
looks like for me to support black business. And then
Okay.
also to give them a chance. Like, shoot, we're doing an episode on black business challenges. Why not call them and see what they got to say?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what it looks like. What about you, friend? What is it like
The-
for you supporting
all
black
the
business?
things you said, and also referring. Also, when I buy a gift from somebody, my gift being from a black owned company, and hopefully who I gave it to loves it and wants more of whatever they have. That sharing part is a big thing. Like, oh, my friend does nails. Oh, my friend has a clothing line. Oh, I know someone who has a landscaping service.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Like, I know I'm quick to be like, you got somebody that can do that? Oh, I got somebody that can do that. You need a t-shirt? My friend do t-shirts. I I'm really quick to do that because
Mm-hmm.
if we don't do it for ourselves, like waiting for the outside community to do it for us, good luck.
Yeah, right, right. Let's see. We got a comment here from Linda. It says the family members in earlier generations were busy struggling to support their families. They didn't have the knowledge to teach the up and coming generation to invest, save, or start their own.
Yeah.
Linda, I like that one, and that's
I could
valid.
I could see that. I could see that. But I want to say this, in this day and age, with all this information at your fingertips, it's it's simple to find things. The hard part is getting up the courage and the effort to do it. So what they say,
Look at
it's simple,
this.
it's not easy. Like, just look it
Look,
up.
it's the we got a similar response here. Please
Also,
fix. Correct me if I'm saying your name wrong, Shanae. I'm
yeah,
gonna go
it's
with
Shanae.
Shanae. Okay. Also, I think my parents didn't have the resources to prepare my siblings for financial literacy. My siblings and myself. I'm sorry, for
Mm-hmm.
financial literacy. My husband and I are college graduates, and we know better. As a generation, we can do better. Yes, Shanae.
Mm-hmm.
So you took the advantage of the opportunity you had to go and do better for yourself, and you're gonna share that knowledge with your family too, right, Shanae?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's where that was headed.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, we got some hi ladies. Hi everyone, as they're coming in with the heys and the howdies and the hey y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Another
got lots of
another
them.
thing, another thing when it comes to supporting black businesses. Oh yes, the without expecting a discount or a deal. Okay, Talia.
I should
Um,
have read that all the way. I didn't read that thing. I was like, yes, honey.
yes, yes, yes. And then like it's almost like expected. Like, oh girl, or my favorite comment that makes my skin crawl is when people tell me they're gonna let me do their hair. Like, no, you ain't gotta let me do nothing.
Facts. You don't have to let me do
I'm
anything.
gonna let you. No, you get paid to get your hair done or not. Either way, I'm fine with it.
You
Either
know
way,
what?
I'm fine with it.
It's good that you said that because we actually have one clip from a black business owner who is referencing just that. So
Mm-hmm.
our first spotlight is actually going to Carla. So let me run that one. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the owner and operator of Serenity Springs Hair Care and More. And one of the things I will have to say is a challenge is being a black business owner is sometimes having to deal with clients wanting top quality service and not willing to pay the cost. If I had to say of all my challenges, I would have to say that would be one of the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Carla, speak to the people, girl.
Girl, let me tell you.
Yes. Oh, hold on, friend. Slow it down. Slow it down. Yes, Carla speaking to the people tonight. That's a fact. Yeah, you want your, the if you think about it like this, how much did you pay for those bundles?
Mm-hmm.
So the amount you paid for those bundles, but then you want a $50 sew-in?
Mm.
I would not take my nice bag anywhere that's going to charge me $10 to clean it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, really think about it. Like you're paying for the quality
Mm-hmm.
of what you're getting. So yeah, to Talia's point, that's yeah.
So then you get, but then as a business owner, you end up with this struggle because you want more customers, but it really comes to you having to decide whether you want to give a higher value to more people or you want to give something cheap to a whole bunch of people. So,
Facts.
if you're giving something cheap, the quality is lower, you're going to work harder versus you giving something of quality, making the price a little higher, and maybe you don't have as many customers, but you still can you can have a better quality of life when you are presenting something of value.
Facts. Whole facts.
Mm-hmm.
So we have low expectations as a community when it comes to dealing with melanated businesses. I'm saying I need, because this is for me. I need
Yeah.
to know why. I need to understand, why is that? Why are we quick to complain about the fact that, okay, so their product is similar. Their product is something like maybe what I saw on Fashion Nova for
Mm-hmm.
double the price or something like that. What do I say to that? Friend, like, how do we?
I don't know. It's hard. I remember I was working at a black owned beauty supply store, and you want to talk about the struggle? Like, I would get people come in and they would want, like, let's say a ponytail or some hair products or whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, it's cheaper at such and such." But I mean, the difference in price was literally like $1 or less. Like, so you about to spend that in gas to get to the other place, but
Facts.
because I won't bring my price. I'm not Target, Toys R Us. I'm not price matching because I won't bring my price down to what you think it should be. You're not gonna patronize me.
Mm. And we got a video clip from a younger business owner that shares her sentiments surrounding that one. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We should go ahead and run hers. You got it? Oh, I got it. Hold on, we'll cook up.
No, I don't even know where you put them, friend.
Oh wow! All right, I'll
Yeah.
point those out next time we do this. All right,
Yeah.
so here we go. We're gonna run that one through. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is Lanaya, owner of Lavish Apparel Incorporated, and I believe the hardest thing about being a Black-owned business would have to be being taken seriously. And what I mean by that is basically when it comes to support from others, families and friends, and maybe even strangers, it's kind of limited to just a congratulations and maybe a recognition of your business, not so much as on a customer level, placing orders and actually supporting my business financially. And I believe that's kind of comes with trust in my business or just having faith in one's business. And I just see it as, I might have a product the same as a bigger business for the fraction of the price that will get to you in a fraction of the time, but you'll still place it, I guess, with the more reliable option. And I just feel like that's been the most difficult thing for me.
Right. What makes Kmart more reliable than Target?
Well, nothing, but you think so. You think that way. And you know what is crazy? Like, I feel like as a community, we should want to uplift and support other businesses so they can get to that upper level. Like, once they start thriving and making more money, and they can be more reliable. But in the beginning, it's usually just me, one person. I'm doing marketing, I'm doing this, doing that, doing that. But unless my community supports me and I get sales and I get more, I can't hire other people to make this process move faster. So I need you
At
to
all.
support me when I'm slow so that you can, and watch me grow. And I feel like as a community, we should sit back and be proud. Like, yeah, I helped her get there.
Right. Like, listen, even something like this, friend, like how we've been doing the Melanin Mindset, right? This is episode 15. Technically,
Yes.
it's the 16th live stream we've done.
Yes, it
Because
is.
we did one where we did a special recap episode.
We did an
our
intro.
Yeah, we did our intro. We did a recap episode too.
Yeah.
And so with all of those, it's like to see the views that we've gotten go from, we used to be talking to ourselves on some episodes, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, to now we have consistent communication. People are sharing our material. We're really trying to get ourselves out there. It's just like to see that happen, but it's like, but why? Why does it take so much legwork? Friend, would you not agree we've done the legwork?
We've done the legwork. Now it comes the consistency.
Right, now comes the consistency.
Now comes the consistency and the patience and hopefully the support from the community.
Yes, and we do appreciate each and every one of you all that are viewing us tonight. And if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. It is about that time. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel on our road to 100. Follow us on Facebook. Our numbers are growing and we are not slowing. I rhymed. Just like that. Follow us on Instagram, Melanin Mindset _ on Twitter, Melanin Mindset _ and now officially on the tick of the talk, the Melanin Mindset. So please go ahead and follow at every outlet we have. We do love you and we really appreciate you. So thank you. Seriously. Thank you. Okay. So, what do we have up next, friend?
On that note of like talking about like how Black business, like I was saying, you know, in the beginning, we do everything ourselves because of course we're trying to have as low of a startup cost as possible because we need to make some money. We need to generate some income. But sometimes you just gotta take that and spend the money. If you're not great at video editing, pay somebody to do it so that you're putting out something of quality and not something crappy. If you might need an assistant, like hire an assistant for a day if you need to, a little cousin or somebody who needs some extra cash to go ahead and post the stuff on Instagram for you if you're older. Like, be willing to come out of pocket for your business. That you can't be wanting people to come out of pocket to support your business if you're not willing to come out of pocket to make your business what it's supposed to be, to brand it, to build it, to put out that good foot so that you have good customer service, you have good responses and all of that type of stuff.
Right. And I think that really does tie back to what Lyric J had posted earlier.
Yes.
Where just like, it's like, okay, let's say I'm trying to do something or I aspire to do a thing, right? And it's like right now, it's not that I'm saying you're expensive. I'm saying right now I can't monetarily support. But
so share.
I saw your post come across my Facebook. Let me share. I might not be able to get this from you right now. Oh, never mind. I have an outlet. Boom. Let me share you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like just that simple act of sharing is not taking away from them. It's helping give that word of mouth. And social media is the fastest moving train right now.
What?
That is
like you put something out there, you can't take it back.
At all. It's gone.
If it's been on there for longer than a millisecond, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's out there. It's out there.
So
Stan says, is there a difference between looking for a discount and waiting for a sale? Yes, because when we talk about looking for a discount, it's like you expect me to discount you because of some dynamic of our relationship, whether it just be because we both melanated, or whether it be, oh, I remember you when you was younger, or
when you were knee high to a duck.
Yeah. And that whole, like I always say, separate your personal and your business, because you fall into the trap of hooking up friends and family. But because those are usually your first patronizers of your business, you'll run yourself bankrupt dealing with friends and family up front. And then seeming like your business is upside down because you didn't, you estimated, okay, if I buy it for this, I need to sell it for that. But then you don't sell it for that because you don't let uncle or auntie or my neighbor or my friend from school discount it. And you done did that 20 times. One year when I ran my reports, and I be thinking like, okay, let me give it $5 off, $7 off. I ran my reports and discounts, and the number of amount I had discounted was at least 4 weeks worth throughout the year. It was at least 4 weeks worth of work from me discounting people throughout the year. Now that was a long time ago, so don't think you're getting a discount.
I was about to say I had to bring that to a screeching halt myself.
I definitely did. That was when I was in the beginning,
Yeah, I ended up looking at that myself when I looked through my ledger at the end of the year, and I'm just like, hold up, what? Like, I could have done 2 bulk orders of 100+ shirts for the
Mm-hmm.
amount that I have discounted.
That you had discounted.
And
Exactly.
that's not the bulk order discount. That's the thing. That wasn't even
Mm-hmm.
from the bulk order discounts. Like, you get a discount for making a bulk order. Like, I'm sure that number was in there somewhere, but like, understanding that if I discount you, I saw a meme where the guy had a store full of stuff. I don't know. I think I shared it with you. Where the guy had a store full of stuff, right? And it says, this is, let's call him Manuel, right? This is Manuel when
Mm-hmm.
he opened his business, right? And it says, this is Manuel the year after because he gave credit and discounts to friends and family. And his store had just a few little things on the shelves, like it was little novelty stuff on the shelves or whatever, when initially it was a full service store. So
Hmm.
his store, after doing that, it's like, really let that sink in. Like, do you find yourself drowning underneath, the responsibilities of the job, or
Yeah.
drowning underneath the expectations from those who are patronizing your business,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's like, am I getting overwhelmed, or am I finding myself like having to do these things?
Yeah.
Am I struggling to separate myself from that? And with that, I actually have a clip for that, friends. So we
Okay.
got another black business owner. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Shonda. I am the owner of C.R.O.W.N Growth Oil, and I would say my biggest challenge to date as a black-owned business has been setting those healthy boundaries between the customer and the business. Ultimately, as a new business, you want to ensure those that are supporting you are happy, and that's great, but sometimes it's at the expense of your own happiness. So just creating those healthy boundaries and understanding that ownership and business is just one aspect of your life. You want to make sure you create those boundaries so that you can avoid ultimately being burned out or feeling overwhelmed. And just making sure you're structured and organized, and maintaining a good schedule, and just ultimately just having good business practice that keeps both you and the customers happy and satisfied at all times. Yeah, so that would be my biggest challenge.
So,
Wow.
friend,
Mm.
would you agree that in the beginning stages, because see, I'm past it myself, and I'm sure you are as well, but in the beginning stages of starting your business, did you feel like you were almost like borderline forced to give a discount to friends and family? Did you feel
Well,
like you were like borderline? You felt bad giving them the full price. I know for me it was hard initially,
mm-hmm.
but present day not so much. But I know exactly what Keyshawnda's talking about with
Yeah.
that, finding that healthy boundary between, you are my friend, and if you're my
Mm-hmm.
friend, you'll do what my business is asking for. But then it's like, you're like, but I'm your friend, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So did you deal with that?
No,
No.
no. Because when I started working for somebody else first.
Mm-hmm.
So that person taught me no. So by the time I went out on my own, it wasn't no, this is what it is. Now I do have, like, I have a friends and family rate, but it also requires them to do a little more and deal with less of the quality of service because you're getting said discount. So what I mean by that is, like, I have a certain rate that I'll charge for, let's say, hair extensions for immediate family, right? That also means that you're gonna bring your hair. You're probably gonna come on a day that I'm not usually open, you know. Um, that's if I want to. Usually I put everybody while I'm working because my off time is my off time. But it looks a little different for my family and friends than it does for my regular everyday customers. But when I say the difference in my regular price and that price that I have for family and friends is so
Minuscule.
mm-mm. And they know not to take advantage of it either. Like, just because I gave you $4 off, don't mean you about to book up all my time every twice a week and all of that crap. Just
Right.
because, yeah, you still a regular customer. You book an appointment, you go and book an appointment online just like everybody else. You come in here on time just like everybody else. I'm gonna keep you in the mix just like everybody else. Only difference is because you my friend or my family, I might ask you to sweep the hair up on the floor while you're here.
Right. Listen, I've been sweeping the hair off the floor, and I wasn't even
Yeah, I'll
getting
be
no
like, could you go Dunkin'
service.
Donuts for me real quick? Give me a
Listen,
coffee or something like that. You
I
know,
wasn't even
that's
getting
the only
service.
difference. But for the most part, no. And did I feel guilty about it? Heck no. Have you met me?
I'm trying to help the people meet you, friend. All right,
Yes.
so we got a comment from Tech Dog. One of the biggest things as a black business owner I face, as well as the assumption, and I'm sorry. Uh,
That my business is less than
oh,
because
as
it's
well the
black
business
owned.
that yeah, it's black owned, and it's
Yes.
usually by melanated people.
And
Yes,
that goes back to what we were saying because we have low expectations because it's a black business. Like, and
right.
I've been guilty of that. I know I will, but at the same time, if I feel like your customer service sucks or I feel like, you did me dirty because we the same color, I'm gonna call you out on it, and I'm gonna call you out on it face to face.
Oh,
I'm not about to blast you. I remember there was this place. I like the acai bowls. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but y'all know what
you
I'm
are,
talking
and
about.
they are delicious.
I love acai bowls. So it was this one place in one mall that had them, and they were non-melanated. Loved them. And then I saw one open up closer by, and they were melanated owners, but theirs didn't taste as good as the other place. So I kind of told them, I said, listen, this is what I think they're doing different over yonder. So get this, do that, and I think it'll be just as good as theirs. And
Right.
that's just me because I'm like, and I went back and I'm like, all right, this is better. We're getting there. But I'm still gonna support that black business just because. And honestly, that's just how the ecosystem works and community works. I don't have to have a reason. My reason is because you melanated, and I wish you would say something about it. That's my reason.
Ooh, ooh. That's a whole fact, though, friend. That's a whole fact. So, but what about support? As far as like funding support, we had a few videos, a few
Oh yeah, I've
submissions
heard that a lot of people having
where they
struggling.
shared that their business had issues receiving the funding. So I'm gonna go ahead and run one right now, where they share that it's the funding opportunities that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
So let's run this one. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Going on? It's your boy Tech, CEO of Authentic Artistry Entertainment Group LLC, out of Apopka, Florida. One of the things that I've run into, I would consider one of the most difficult things as a black business owner, especially in the Central Florida area, is access to resources. There are a lot of gender-specific and class-specific resources that are around. However, when it comes to specific black-owned businesses, you have to be in a certain category, you have to be in a certain field or industry in order to receive those resources. So I know during the pandemic, one of the things that I found hilarious was it was easier for some of my non-melanated counterparts to receive funds for their business as an Uber driver than it was for me as a brick and mortar business owner who was doing business and struggling in the entertainment industry throughout the pandemic. So yeah, access to resources on an equitable playing field would be one of my biggest hurdles as a black business owner.
Mm.
Wow.
Hmm.
That's yeah. Remember, we did talk about when we spoke about gentrification. Remember the redlining? We talked about that.
Yes.
The redlining, basically, where they have a standard to avoid
Certain
access
areas.
into these areas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that applies in more ways than just getting, a physical location? Like, okay, I'm gonna let him get the location, but let's see how long he can hold on to it. Do you
Yeah.
think that there's some a stigma attached to that?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is, and that's a whole nother conversation that I have where I just feel as though there's a fear of melanated people getting the power that they know they're capable of harnessing.
Right.
That whole thing, and then the fear comes from people feeling like they're gonna get knocked out of their seat. So you want to discourage or make melanin business seem less important or less quality.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
And try to do things to cause it not to be successful.
You want to read that one? Or you want me to
Yeah. So Stan, I think the emphasis on support Black business opposed to just pushing your business, not making any accusation, but I feel that making the statement puts you a target for criticism. And you can criticize all you want. I can, just like I said, I had no problem going and telling them people your acai bowl is watery and need to be thicker. So I could criticize all day. Criticizing and support is different. And that's where you have to realize that it's bigger than you. Like, this is a community thing. Like, you could talk trash all you want. When we amongst each other, you'll be like, man, you know, you call so-and-so, they're going to hate you on hold all day. But that's not going to stop me from supporting that business.
Right. And have you told so-and-so? Because I've got the definition for that one. Have you let so-and-so know? The definition of feedback is literally giving information about reactions to a product, a person's performance of a task, or etc., you know, other things, which is used as a basis for improvement. Not the other I word, not the insult. As an improvement, like you want to see me do better. So genuine feedback is to benefit, not to hurt. Why do we as a community feel giving certain types of feedback is a flex, friend?
And it's not. You being just rude on a, and that's the thing, like, even though I felt as though, you know, their whatever, that smoothie place, I'll keep using that as an example, I felt like it was a little less than. I would not dare go on Google and put that in their review. Their review was nothing but good for me. I'm gonna go to you on the side and be like, listen, I put this good review. I need you to have some good stuff when these people come.
Literally, the only place I've left bad reviews is Amazon. If I have a bad review in like an establishment or a facility or something like that, I don't know all the time who owns the places that I'm at. Now, it's not me saying that I sit at my computer searching like every single move I make as a Black business, but I do intentionally seek out Black businesses. But the thing is that since I don't know, right? Since I don't know, I make it a point to not leave bad reviews. I leave sincere reviews. Oh, this is a good thing, you know? If it's not a great thing, then I'm just kind of like,
I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just not gonna say nothing.
All right, I took an L, y'all. Your girl took an L that time. I'm only interested in providing actual feedback, you know? And it's not to knock anybody who can give constructive feedback, like where they say, all right, so when I put my shirt on, the stitches popped under the arm, and the tag was still on it. I didn't even take the tag out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've even had where people will say, like, I really want to support you, but I, you know, this. Yeah, or going on. Now, that was where, let's go ahead into, because I see we winding down the clock. Let's go ahead into, like, tips for Black business owners and what Black business owners probably should do to help, you know, how they're viewed. Go ahead.
Then let me go ahead and run this last one then, since we're going to go ahead and turn that corner. So I'm going to go ahead and run the last one we have. We actually have one more in our outro this afternoon, but this is the last episode one. So let me go ahead and run this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Rena Lingold, CEO and founder of Better Me, Loving Me, Transforming Me, nonprofit 501c3 organization. I mentor girls, teen girls and women through God's Diamond Girls and the Overcomers Village for Women. Being a Black-owned nonprofit organization, our biggest challenge is funding. Yes, funding. We need funding to be able to supply all the resources necessary that our girls are better equipped to go out into the world and be successful, godly, confidential, influential leaders of today. So we need funding, grants, sponsors, donors to sow into our program so our kids can have everything they need to be successful.
Facts. Yeah. Those Black-owned foundations are, I mean, I think GoFundMe really wrecked a lot of things for a lot of those Black-owned foundations. I'm going to just be real.
Yeah, so because with GoFundMe, everybody's hesitant because you just swear it's going to be a scam. So it is important for us to know where Black owned charities are and what nonprofit organizations are out there for melanin people so that we can support those too. And let me tell you something, charity, donating to charity, I don't know if y'all know, that's like one of the biggest write-offs. Like that's why you have people whose title is philanthropist because it literally is benefiting them financially to give. Like giving benefits you financially. That could be a whole episode too.
That really could. That's why I'm like, ooh, I went to make the GoFundMe comments, but then I was like, let me stop myself because then we'll be done carried on somewhere else.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a fact.
You want to talk about our tips for Black business owners?
Oh yeah, we need to get into some of those tips for Black business owners. You got to stay confident.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to stay confident. I think when we start hearing a lot of people tear us down and say your product is so expensive, or if I get it from Amazon, it'll be here tomorrow. Why can't I get it tomorrow? It's like when you start to get those kinds of comments, like maybe you bought lip gloss, left it in the car, it melted. And then now you get ready to go use your lip gloss and it's all distorted. All the glitter done settled to the bottom. But then you want to complain about this business and you get that feedback and you think to yourself, oh, I make the worst lip gloss ever. No, sis. They left that lip gloss in the car. It melted. The glitter settled. And it's their fault, not you. There's nothing wrong with your product. It's that confidence. Sometimes that confidence is really destroying us in Black business.
Yes, and then be confident in how you respond on certain things, because some people get a bad review and then take all day going back and forth with this person with this negative comment or this negative review. When you got hundreds of people that are giving you great comments and good, but you don't interact with them. And what that looks like at the end of the day is like, well, I'm supporting them and they ain't even responding to my little praise, but you up here arguing with the negative person who said something negative about you. Ignore them. Because most of the time, unless you're just terrible at your business, most of the time you will have way more people praising you than people tearing you down. Yeah. Acknowledge those people who are praising you. Ignore those people who are tearing you down. Unless it's relevant and it's something that you can fix, forget them. Forget them.
Right. We got 2 comments down there talking about everybody is not your client. Everybody is not your customer.
It's not.
That's a whole fact, and you gotta be okay with that small business owner.
Amount. That's important. So. You ever met that teacher's like, I love kids. All right, back off.
Not sure what that was. There you go.
I'm like, where did that come from?
Apparently someone who loves their students an appropriate amount. All right, so something else that's important for these business owners, friend, is to be consistent. Now, I had an awesome conversation today. I ain't going to call no names out or nothing, but I had a great conversation today about this topic, right? Mm-hmm. And I was speaking with them, and they shared that their biggest issue as a Black business owner is themselves.
Yeah.
They said themselves and their ability to stay consistent or chase after this process and get the product out there. They are their biggest issue.
Yeah, consistency. You got to be consistent. Like set the time out and say, this is shipping day. This is inventory day.
And, I had to do it.
And stick to it. And do it until you're done. Like right now I'm sitting here looking, because I shoot from inside of my salon. And Monday is my deep cleaning day. And boy, oh boy, do I need to deep clean in here. And I'm like, am I going to do it after this podcast? I have to. I'm going to. This is cleaning day. I'm not going to put it off until another day. I'm going to do it. I'll be up a little late, but I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What about perseverance?
Persevere, like keep going. Like consistently go for the best. Consistently keep putting yourself out there. Post, talk about your business every chance you get. Like, and know that you're worth it. Like you're worth being a successful business owner. Like keep pushing. Like, don't let the naysayers, because I guarantee you, if you went out and talked to 100 people every day about your business, out of those 100, everybody's not going to say no. So if you could go out and get 100 people to say no, then I say, okay, go ahead. Then maybe you need a new business. That ain't working.
Friend, remember I went in Kroger Remember, I went in Kroger. I got us 30 subscribers in a day. Why?
Yeah.
Because I walked through Kroger and I spoke to God knows how many people I spoke to. But everyone I spoke to, I was like, hey, do you watch YouTube? I have a podcast with my best friend called The Melanin Mindset. And I literally walked through Kroger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The Kroger. Walked up and down the aisles for about, what was that, friend? Like 2 hours?
Yeah.
And got us 30 subscribers.
Getting them to subscribe right then and there.
Right then and there.
On site. On site.
and the thing is that because initially we had got our first couple of weeks on YouTube, we had got our subscribers up to like 60 something, almost 70, and we were just trying to push to get to the 100. And then one morning we woke up and our subscribers were down to 23 or 33?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
we worked hard to get them, and they just
gone.
were all gone.
And so I was like, you know what? No, we're not about to stop. I had to persevere. I was like, I'm out here near this good Kroger. I'm about to get everybody in this Kroger to subscribe. By the end of that day, I bet you we was almost back to where we was at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we've slowly grown ever since. And it's definitely a labor of love when it's something you're sincerely passionate about. Now, to any business owners out there who are in it for the lucrative aspect, more power to you. But if you have passion behind the reason that you're running your business, I'm telling you, it's more rewarding. And it's like, bro, I'm pushing, even if you're just pushing to get the bag, you've got this passion for your financial stability. So go after it, and I will do whatever it takes to legally get there.
Absolutely.
Legally get there.
Legally.
So I have to make sure I push that, friend. I'm watching the time up here. So we do want to let them know something though. We actually have gotten a few questions asking about the Melanin Mindset t-shirts.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we got a few questions about that, and we felt like we should go ahead and move forward with that. We're going to persevere. So if you would like to go ahead and pre-order your Melanin Mindset t-shirt, they will be on sale for $25. Our pre-sales are $25. So yes, you will hear more about the Melanin Mindset t-shirt. Become an official Mindset family member and support us by purchasing your Melanin Mindset t-shirt. And next week's episode, we're going to go ahead and segue into that.
Well, let's go ahead and we still got these last 3 important tips for business owners.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. So separate your personal and your business. We kind of tapped on that a little bit. Definitely want to keep your personal and your business separate. Like, that's what I say, like, if your hours of operation are from 9 to 5, then 9 to 5 is your hours of operation. After that, don't talk business.
Period.
Until it's time to talk business again. I know sometimes with with us, we have topics, and if something comes up along the way, we're like, oh, that would be good, and we'll start talking about it, and then I'll be like, nope, go ahead, put it on the notes, and we'll talk about it when we've let out a period of time for us to talk about it. Also, keep good records. Like, a lot of people was out here getting these PPP loans illegally because you was making up numbers, because you have no idea how much money you actually spend and how much money you actually bring in. Keep good records. We are notorious for not having good records. Like, this era of melanin people really making money and blowing up is happening. So when it's time, and them alphabet people, them IRSs want to start trying you and auditing you and things like that, have your records together. If you keep good records, like, it is what it is. And that's a whole nother topic, but we'll talk about that, or put a plug and somebody will help you. And do your taxes. Pay your taxes. Like, at the end of the day, just like I was saying, get you a good accountant, write off everything you can. Making more money is not a bad thing.
Facts.
Like, I happily pay my taxes. Oh, I remember being at a point where I had filed my taxes, and of course, y'all know I got all these kids, I got all this money back, and I just remember saying, I pray for a day when I have to really creatively figure out a way not to pay taxes. Like, I wanted that. I wanted my income to get to a point where at the end of the year I owe taxes. But I also wanted to be knowledgeable enough to know how to finagle it so I don't have to pay them. But I wanted to owe them.
Hashtag pay your taxes, y'all. Pay your taxes. Yes. Y'all drop that hashtag down below. Hashtag pay your taxes.
Yes.
Yes. My bad on that earlier, friend. Apparently my notes are not updated.
Okay, that's fine.
Shame. I was headed into the outro, y'all. All right, but yeah, thank you all so much for the yays and the the hands and whatnot for the t-shirts. We are looking forward to bringing that to you all in a more extensive way. So we have our pre-sales that are going to be going up, and you all will be able to support us in that endeavor. So remember, those were our tips for the week. But if you know someone who owns a small Black business, please share this material with them. Hopefully they will be able to be encouraged and inspired, and also see your comments sharing your feedback as a Black business owner yourself, or someone who's experienced, dealing in Black businesses or with a Black owned business, right? So next week, y'all, next week is coming. Next week, we're going to be talking about the Black church experience. So we're going to close out Black History Month by discussing the Black church experience. And we have two, not one this time, but two special guests that are going to be joining us. We have Superintendent H. Wayne Colbert Sr. He is a pastor of Victorious Faith Church, Victorious Faith Impact Ministries, my apologies, in Palatka, Florida. And we have a special guest, Carla K.J. Jones. She is probably I would say, easily spoken, the most lit inspiration that I have come across in quite some time. So if you are looking to be encouraged and actually get some sincere questions answered by some sincere individuals, join us next week for the Black church experience. They are excited to come on. We are excited to have them. And y'all, we are always happy to have you. So thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight, friend.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. I thought you were going to play an outro and we was done.
Oh, that's it? So we're going to go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. So one last time, I want to thank every single Black business owner that submitted a clip to us today. One in particular, I'm going to go ahead and play on our outro. And the reason we played it on the outro is because I literally asked her for this clip today, and she created a whole, production for us. She put her intro and everything. So I have got to spotlight her at the end of this episode. She is an awesome Black-owned cake company that is located in Atlanta, Georgia. Heavenly Sweets. So tune in on our outro to catch her promo right here.
Hi, my name is Denise Johnson. I am the owner of Heavenly Sweets LLC. I'm also the co-owner of my daughter's business, Luggage brand, and I'm also the owner of Divinely Destined nonprofit organization for children and families. As a Black business owner, a lot of my struggle come from the peak of the pandemic. I started my business in 2016. We moved to Atlanta in 2018, and at the end of 2019, I went in my business full time. And then the pandemic hit. I did have clientele over the years. However, when I went full time into my business, everything stopped, and trying to rebuild in my community has been one of my struggles. I do use my social media and word of mouth to get my business back and running. But as a Black business owner, we don't have a lot of resources. So getting the resources to kind of sustain, and then the resources to create and to get people in.